And breathe. So as we prepare to come together in this quantum field, we are in such gratitude for all of the healers gathered together, for all of their guidance, who come together to mentor one another, to mentor through new guides, new paradigms, new understanding. For you see, this evening, as we come into this quantum field, at the center of our circle is an immense cog, if you will, an immense wheel. And this wheel slowly turns with sections for each and every one of you in this quantum field. Whether it is you, whether it is the consciousness of your wisdom and your ancestral lineage that have come into this circle with you. Whether it is your guidance, whether it is Source, whether it is the Divine Mother, the Sacred Father, all exist in this moment. For you may notice that that wheel is flat in terms of height, and yet it is immense in terms of circumference, meaning that in this moment, all time is this time. The past, the present, and the future come together in this wheel of light. For you see, so much is occurring at this moment in your history that affects your future history, that is affected by your past history. For your actions and reactions are the result of your history and how the future will look back on this time is based on all of the actions and reactions that are clarified, that are transformed and transmuted in this circle. And breathe. So I would like you to know, see, feel, or simply trust that you're safely and securely seated within a gondola, if you will, suspended by two of the rails coming from the center of this wheel. And as you sit within that gondola, and while all of your ancestors, your guides, Source, are all in the gondola with you, at no point does it feel overcrowded or overwhelming. And breathe. And as the gondola turns one section and stops, for you see, as the circle turns, as you move into the space that was previously taken up by the guidance, the wisdom, the Source, the Akashic records, and the ancestors of those in the gondola before you, so that you have access to that wisdom, to those experiences and knowledge and inspiration. And breathe. So I would like you to know, see, feel, or simply trust that the center, this circle with the beams coming out and gondolas suspended between the beams, this is the representation of the universe. Breathing in and breathing out. And as you turn slightly to look at the center, there is a globe covered in radiant jewels, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires. It is almost too radiant to look at. But as you sit in that gondola, in the radiant wisdom of the ancestors, for that beautiful circle or globe, if you will, of radiance is the Earth Mother, and her frequency is that resonance that is being affected by the higher frequency and vibration of the planet. So while it's often thought that we resonate at her frequency, it is more that she is affected by ours. For in this time and in this place, as much of the planet has been in a quiet period, less noise, less moving about, more focus on mindfulness, breathing in and breathing out. For you see, the goal is to have the globe at the center, covered in radiant jewels, that is poised at the center of the circle that is our universe. For each has its own resonance, its own sound. And as those frequencies begin the process of reharmonizing, breathing in and breathing out. So stepping to the center of the wheel are 4 radiant beings that represent the 4 cardinal directions of this planet. And as they stand directly across from one another in their direction, breathing in and breathing out. As they begin to turn that globe slowly, following their cardinal direction, and you hear a hum like the sound of the wind passing over all of those jewels. Breathing in and breathing out. And that hum brings pressure to bear on the occipital lobes located on either side of your C1 and C2 at the top of your spine. So at the base of your brain on either side of your spine, where there is congestion and pressure from this time of the universe and the planet seeking to create a new harmony, a new song, if you will, that helps to bring about this time of peace and tranquility in the hearts and souls of humanity and all of Earth's inhabitants. And breathe. So as that new song begins to travel down the beams of that circle, flooding the gondola upon which you sit, breathing in and breathing out. And as all of your guides, angels, and light workers, and ancestors, and source begin to channel that energy back into your body. So as the echo comes down that triangle from the center, the sound the earth makes as it harmonizes with the universe. And that song comes flooding down into the sector where you sit with your angels, with your guides, with your ancestors, and your stories. And as they form a circle around you, allowing that frequency to come into your energy field and into your body. And as it does, it creates a radiant, emerald, glowing energy in your auric field. Breathing in and breathing out. It's almost as if the ancestors can gather up that green mist and refocus it in all of the areas of your body that have come out of harmony during this unique time when the vibration of the earth is changing and our bodies have not yet caught up. So as they channel that beautiful green healing salve into your knees, releasing any tension, clearing away any stiffness, soreness, any old stories, any old injury, both mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and past life. Breathing in and breathing out. And as they continue, just directing that beautiful green energy being magnified by the sound and harmony of the earth and the universe into your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, as all of the muscles and tendons and ligaments and bones drink in and fully accept programming to allow this new frequency. And as the energy moves up into your root chakra, pelvic floor, hips, all of the organs held within the pelvic floor, the intestinal tract, the reproductive organ. Breathe. That transformational energy is soaked up by every fiber of your being, transmuting and transforming. And as the energy moves up your pranic tube, core energy of your body, infusing your solar plexus, your stomach, your diaphragm, liver, pancreas, kidneys, moving up into your heart, creating a resonance. Breathing in and breathing out. allowing you to accept new frequencies, new concepts, new paradigms as it moves up into the base of the brain, gently clearing, countering, and activating all of the brain's remembrance of what is pertinent and important, and begins the process of spring cleaning all of those emotions and thoughts associated with fear, poverty, feeling underappreciated, unloved, unsupported, feelings of judgment and being judged. Breathing in and breathing out. As the way is being cleared, the seat of the soul between the two hemispheres of the brain, the ajna, the third eye, is expanding, allowing for new frequencies, new paradigms, new connections, new wisdom and understanding. And as this beautiful green mist fills every fiber of your being, creating a synchronistic harmony right now in this moment and in this place. And breathe. And as the wheel begins to move slowly, slowly, clockwise, as the harmony of the earth and the universe now is flowing differently in the movement down those pie shapes into the gondola. And as you're flooded with the most beautiful iridescent purple energy, energy of intuition, the sacred robes of royalty, breathing in and breathing out. For now, as the synchronization of the earth and the universe are now creating a unique pattern and rhythm in harmony with your soul's divinity as you breathe in and breathe out. Allowing that mist flow from the center of the circle into that gondola as you begin to vibrate at the same frequency as your guides and mentors and ancestors and wise ones, at the same volume and light and frequency of the Mother, Father, God, as they begin to open and expand the two hemispheres of the brain that has been functioning or underperforming at speeds, frequency, and volume far below its capabilities. And breathe. So as the ancestors direct that energy, for you see in spherical time, we all remember our divine nature, our capabilities, our abilities. We simply forgot. So as that awakening or reawakening begins to slowly spiral from the center of your ajna center in the center of your brain, slowly begins to spiral out, awakening, harmonizing, activating and allowing, breathing in and breathing out. And now, as the wheel turns a little more, as the universe and the planet and the ancestors, those of the past and those of the future, for you see the ancestral ones who have already witnessed this time in history, already know the ripples and the repercussions and the challenges and the triumphs that you have already experienced in the future, have brought that information back into the circle. Breathing in, breathing out. As a beautiful iridescent pink and golden light begins to emanate from the earth sphere at the center of the circle, bathing you in wisdom and peace and remembrance as the new harmonies, those of this moment, those of the next month, the next year, and the next millennia, are being programmed into your blueprint, so that as those resonance, as those frequencies shift, your body, mind, and spirit will already have those frequencies programmed in, so that you may appropriately act and react, create and manifest. Remember this time as you begin the process of reclaiming your divine nature. Breathing in and breathing out. As this infusion of peace begins to recode those belief structures that tell you to be limited, that tell you to be separate, that tell you you may only grow through pressure. Breathing in and breathing out. And as the circle continues to slowly turn, the last harmony, the last song, as the song of the sphere and the song of the dolphin begin to create one harmony. Breathing in and breathing out. And as they do, all that is outside of harmony that resides within the space of the brain begins to drain away through those occipital drains. All of the hostage takers in our lives begin to retreat. Those we have allowed to steal our happiness, our joy, our harmony, and our peace, as we wish them well and allow them to keep those donations and simply move out of our harmony field. For you see, your peace, your joy, your abundance, your wisdom, they're limitless. There is no shortage. So as every fiber in your being creates a harmony, a vibration, a synchronization, as your vision begins to clear, unfettered by judgment, fear, lack, pain, and loss. None of those sour harmonies can be heard any longer within our being as we embrace our frequency in harmony with the universe and the earth and our own divine nature. Breathing in and breathing out. And now we will be in silence for 2 minutes while your angels and guides and source provide any wisdom, additional harmony, or gifts that are appropriate for you now in this moment. And we will be back. And now, as you take a deep breath in and giving special thanks to all of the harmonies, ancestors, source, and our own divine nature, as you step out of the gondola and begin making your way back into this time, into this place, into your body. As we say together, journey of souls, I release you. And source of all light, I release you. And so it is.